countdown. Prepare audience for maximum impact. Full immersion begins in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody moving me. Like Dr. King, we make it plain and simple. Bringing knowledge and fire and reality simple. Reality simple. My black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody moving me. Like Dr. King, we make it plain and simple. Bringing knowledge and fire and reality simple.
I'm Ibn'rad, 69, student and minister of action for the Realist Temple on Earth, and I'm making this particular video.
Okay, here we go. Man, it is burning up. But you want to know something? In religious circles, they always say that this place called hell is much hotter than anything that we will experience while we live. And you will burn forever. There is nothing that burns forever. Everything always has a beginning and an ending. We don't know nothing in this life that does not have a beginning or an ending. We may not see its beginning, but we know it had one. And we may not see its ending, but all the things in our life and what we understand has a beginning and an ending. And when it comes to burning, there is nothing that is on fire or can contain heat forever. It is even said that one day the sun that we rely on will burn itself out. I don't know, perhaps when that day comes, that which you call the end of the world, that might happen on that day. But that's not the subject. My topic, of which I would like to speak just a minute on, is the existence of what some call black racist, black supremacy. Now, first of all, there is no such thing as a black racist. There is no such thing as black supremacy. Does not exist. But it does exist in the minds of those excuse me, my throat is very sore, but it does exist in the minds of those who really do not know what racism is. Even so, let us compare the so-called black racism or the so-called black supremacists to white supremacy, to white supremacists. Now, when was the last time that you saw so-called black racists, in fact, we even go further, I have a question for you. Prior to the white man, show us in history where dark people treated white folks in a racist manner. According to history, dark people, or the African, greeted and welcomed the white man with open arms as a friend. The black man or the African or any dark person did not view the white man as an enemy and did not begin to act violent and hateful toward the white man until the racist Caucasian people began to murder them, rape their women, take their land, and we know what history, their own history that they write, verify. The so-called black racist is a consequence and a result of a people being oppressed, a people who were oppressed and targeted, discriminated against due to racism. As in white supremacy, these people made a skin color that was light supreme over the dark. What is also interesting, if white people or the Caucasian is so intelligent and so superior and all this, why do they have to false flag black channels? Why do they have to hide behind a picture and act like a coward if you so supreme, if you so intelligent? This goes to show that you are a liar. And what you're trying to hide is the real intelligence, the real value of those of whom you have made mockery of, who you have demeaned. These Caucasian people who are racist are not used to black people who speak like me, who don't give a damn about them, who speak with intelligence, who are learned, who are educated, who can deal, debate, discuss with the best they got. And since the best they have, their knowledge is tainted in deceit, half-truth. When a black man carries real truth, or even a white person carries real truth, they can't do nothing with them. But the wicked always got to try to paint their victim like their victim behaves like them. So let us compare the black races to the white races. When was the last time black races enslaved a large group of white people and robbed them of the knowledge of themselves, stripped them of their Europeanism, and made them Africans by force? Did not happen. Do not exist. When was the last time white people complained about the laws created by black racists? Oh, the white people do not live under laws and do not live in a country by black racists. Nowhere in the world. Where in the world do a black government, but we're going to stay in America because these suckers always want to talk about in Africa or somewhere else. No, we want to talk about, and we're going to stick with what y'all wicked, racist suckers have done and are doing in America. Is there a black form of Willie Lynch? I mean Jim Crow? No. How does black racism, how does it affect you in your daily life? Does not affect you at all, except you get sick and tired of black folks complaining and bringing up the real truth of your history and who you are. Other than that, black people don't bother you. We have no effect, and the black racist has no effect on you in your daily life. Do you see the so-called black racists lynch white men and white women? And while they are lynching the white woman and the white man, do the black racists have a picnic while they tar and feather you? No, you don't see these things. White people go in and out of the black community. Nobody's following you around. Nobody is tripping on you. But when black people go into certain parts of the white community, you can end up jailed and in prison for no reason. A white woman will scream rape and they will believe her. How many black women scream rape so that black racists can be happy, and then they charge you with rape and send you to jail? It does not happen. These black women voluntarily give themselves to you, and they love those who rape their grandmothers and great-grandmothers. They love the children of the people that brought terror to their own family. This shows you how sick your blacks are. And you are angry at the so-called black racists because they don't go for that. You want them sick. You want black people sick. But if somebody raped your white woman, if somebody beat up your dog, you can't never forget. There is no comparison. There is no comparison between so-called black racists and white racists, because black racism, black racists don't exist. You have black people who are sick and tired of being mistreated. Has nothing to do with racism, because they are not in a position to do anything, nor do you hear the majority of them wanting to do anything to Caucasian people. They just want to be left alone and want to build and be an independent people and try to find the knowledge that was stolen from us as a people. Many of these so-called black racists, they work for white people. Some of them even have white associates. But the list can go on and on. There is no comparison. It is silly and it's stupid and it sounds dumb. There are no government statistics about so-called black racism. A person can hate white people